Hi everyone, this is Cyber here. I'm here today to bring you a new video about Hide or Die. Hide or Die is relaunching, guys. It has changed so much. It does not have the same game modes anymore. Now they do plan on making other game modes, but they only have one game mode at the moment. They got rid of Escape and Last Man Standing to make this whole new game mode. It's 3 versus 1. It's coming out of early access and it's going to be available on May 1st at 1 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, and it will have a launch discount of $14.99 for 7 days, and they will have servers in NA, EU, and Asia servers, and they will have launched the first season on the content, and we're going to break it all down right now. What all did they change? What's in this first season? And what do we expect from this game? Let's get into it. Before I get into the first changes, I wanted to let you guys also know if you already bought the game, you do not have to buy the game, it will simply update. So let's get into the first changes. Character changes. As you see on the screen, they look a lot different. They have multiple body types, skin tones, textures, they all have different shirts, pants, customization, you can change hairstyle, color, improve skin, hair shading, dozens of sliders to change how you want the face to look. Do you want a long nose? Do you want big cheeks? Do you want to make them look fugly? You can do pretty much anything you want and make the person look like you want. And you can do male or female, and there's lots of choices, and there's going to be tons of clothes to unlock, as you will see. Cosmetic unlocks and progression. There's two different types. There's a country card and cosmetic trait level rewards. Each have different rewards. Shirts, pants, shoes, hats, name tags, graffiti sprays, 3D object sprays, and hunter skins. Now I'm going to break them down, each one, what they are. Both are completely free. You do not have to pay a single cent to unlock, be given, use, or receive items from these systems. Instead, these systems are intended to provide players with unique and exclusive unlocks just to play the game. Country Card is similar to other season passes, but it's free. As you complete matches, you will make progressions towards Country Card's tiers, and progression determined both by playtime and how well you played. Each time you complete a tier, you get items contained within that tier. With each season, a new Country Card will be released, with all new items. Items earned in the country card not being earned outside the country card, but hunters can be unlocked in the country card. However, after the season is complete, all players will unlock the hunters from the previous seasons automatically. We aim to release one hunter with each season moving forward, as well as all new maps and cosmetics. Cosmetic traits contain items that cannot be found in the country card and are only attainable by leveling up your character. There are common, rare, and legendary traits. These have 1, 2, 3 cosmetic in them repetitively. They are granted to you by the following levels for each character. Character level 2, common, 1 cosmetic item. Cosmetic level 5 and 15, rare, 2 cosmetic items. Character level 10 and 20, legendary, 3 cosmetic items. Each character will have a level cap of 20. We plan on creating a persistence system in the future that will allow you to reset your character rate for even more exclusive unlocks. But for now, level cap is set to at 20. With each trait, you can earn 5 traits per character. Clothing cosmetics. So there's going to be a range of different clothing for the survivors that you'll be able to unlock, like shirts, pants, shoes, and hats. Once you log in first, you will have some clothing already unlocked. But as you complete stuff in the country card progression or you level up your character to grant cosmetic traits, you will be able to have a wide range of different outfits to have, and they also do have things in plan to possibly through the mid-season to update to give you even more clothing to unlock. So there's so many cosmetics you can unlock, guys. There's name tags, graffiti sprays, 3D outfit sprays, and hunter skins. Name tags will be something that you'll be able to see in the lobbies, pre-game, post-game results screens, as well as in-game scoreboard and spectating screen. So there's going to be a whole bunch you can choose from, which is pretty awesome. They also have graffiti spray, which you can choose several different ones. When you spray them, as you'll see in the video, when you spray, it will decay over time, and that's really, really cool, and I think that's a cool effect. And if you guys thought that was cool, they step it up even more with 3D object sprays, which are 3D, and sometimes they have animations, sometimes they just sit there. They could make characters have a spook, laugh, or in some cases, at times it's a taunt. Ain't that crazy how that looks? And there's just so many you can choose from. Just wait to see, guys. Now, hunter skins are visually changed to a hunter skins character. Change up the colors, materials, and stitches. Overalls, dress Sledge up like he's on vacation, or give the side some flair. We have a various skins that will show off your favorite hunter in the way you want, and it's going to do some killing. You might as well look good doing it. Alright, so what about the new game mode? Well, it's called Extraction. It's a 3 versus 1 game mode where 3 survivors against 1 hunter. It's a fast-paced version of Hide or Die, and this is a broad overview of the game mode, and we will explain more in detail later in this video. This is just a small portion of what it is. So survivors exit hatches into the world, and the hunter starts at a local darkness site. Survivors need to extract the required number of darkness to power the tower. Once it is complete, escape hatches will become available to open. Survivors need to escape, and the hunter needs to prevent them from all of the above. If survivors fail to power the tower, the hunter doesn't get to them first. The darkness will fill the world and kill them. So why did they decide to do this kind of game mode? Well, these are some of the benefits of this game mode. Easier to balance. Directly interactions between hunters and survivors are much more frequent and constant. Tweaks to balance variables can be done and felt much quicker. Faster queue, matchmaking times, all players play their desired roles. Overall, a more intense and enjoyable experience. So, why did we choose on 3 players instead of a other number? Well, to make it short, after many testing, they found out this was the perfect number to balance out the experience for each survivor, not having too much time with the hunter, or the hunter having too much time on a survivor that is not doing anything, and the other ones are not getting the same experience. So it was a perfect number to even it out. Now, with Season 2, they are planning to add a last man standing game mode back in the game with up to 16 players and AI. With further seasons, we will aim to add additional modes and are currently evaluating other limited time modes such as 6 vs 2 extraction and other one life modes, which is very exciting. I hope they do testing with that. So yeah, testing is the number one thing. You got before you throw it out there, do testing. Take the people that tested this game mode and have them test out the other modes. So new maps: Carnival, Overpass, and Slaughterhouse. With this new game mode in place, we decided to fully revisit our map design and build out maps more suitable for the gameplay, which with having 3 maps for this game mode at launch, with more in the works in future seasons. Check them out. This is Overpass. Carnival. And Slaughterhouse. And I think Slaughterhouse looked really good. I'm still a fan of Carnival, but Slaughterhouse looks so good right now. So Survivors had a big gameplay overhaul. They can slide, they do super switch, they have scaffolding, they have rescuing, health systems, strategy objectives, and escape hatches. Let's get into it and see what they are. Sliding is pretty much explanatory. You run and you slide under stuff, or slide around corners, whatever you pretty much want to do with the sliding. It's perfect for getting into hiding spots in a pinch. Super Sprint. Currently, there are 5 movement states: prone, crouch, walking, sprint, and now Super Sprint. Sound plays a big role in all these states, so constantly running around is not wise ideal. Of course, if a hunter chases you, it's best to run as quickly as possible. Standard Survivor Sprint is unlimited. However, it is always slower than every hunter sprint speed, which is also unlimited for them, meaning if you only sprint, the hunter will close in distance very quickly. This is where Super Sprint comes in and allows you to get a very quick speed burst that can help you quickly around a corner or waver between objects to then hide if very well timed. Avoiding the hunter's melee attack, Super Sprint requires stamina to activate, so you need to manage that carefully. If you are smart enough, you can combine Slide and Super Sprint. It will create a quick way to get into hiding spots at further distances. So, scaffolding. It's going to be your best friend. This will keep the hunter have to go around and take more time to get to you. You can slide right through them, or you can crouch right under them. But also, the hunter can take them down too, with 1 or 2 hits, depending on the scaffolding. Rescuing. This is one of the biggest pain points from our previous game mode, were the one-life nature of them. This made it very tough to play with friends for extended periods of time, and was frustrating. As with this game mode, if you die, you go into a coffin. You have to be rescued by the teammates, which would make your team has to work together. Hunters also know the location of where it is, but it won't be an easy task to rescue them. The rescuer will both be vulnerable and cloaked after a successful rescue. So, be smart with your rescues, and once you rescue them, you both will be vulnerable for a couple seconds, and you'll be invisible, and the hunter will not be able to find you. But the hunter knows exactly where the coffin is. So if he knows you're coming that way, he's going to be watching for you, and to make you an easy target to be attacked. Also, when you're in it and you're spectating, you'll be able to look at both your other teammates to see if they're coming to rescue you, so you can be on the ready. You gotta go back and forth between them to see who's coming to rescue you, and yeah, that's pretty cool. And your teammates will get notified that you're in a coffin or a survivor's in a coffin, so you gotta go rescue them. Health mechanics. Now, I'm going to read this strictly as close as I can so I get the wording and understanding across to you guys better. So, you start with 8 hits of health. All hunters deal damage will do either 1, 2, 3, 4, or 4 of damage to you. As you can see, the bottom player has received 6 hits of damage. The player above them, 4 hits of damage. And the player at the top, 0 hits of damage. Although the players at the top have received 0 hits of damage, they do have 2 hits of health filled in with black. The black hits means the player has previously been put into a coffin and rescued. Each time you die, you lose 2 hits of max health. The player at the top has died once, and the other 2 players have not been in coffin yet. As you can see, the top player has died twice and has not taken any damage since they have been rescued. All their available hits of health are white. The middle player has died once and been rescued, as well as having not taken any damage since being rescued. And finally, the bottom player has received 3 hits of damage so far, but hasn't been killed yet. When using the first aid kit, you're able to replenish your red tits, but not black tits. If you want to replenish black tits, you will need to find the painkillers item in the map and take those. Each hunter character has a variety of ways they can deal damage. Their main way is a up to in your face melee attack, which will deal 4 hits of damage, and their other weapon will deal anywhere between 1 and 3 hits. This alone will, with the reduction of his max health after each death, builds the tension on match possession and forces hunter survivors to alter their strategy at the end of the match nears. Strat their objectives. So if you have ever played this game before, you know how those straters pretty much work with fuse bosses or filling the generator with gas. They took that and pretty much summed it into one. So what you gotta do is locate a strater, interact with it to begin the objective. If all switches to green and advance to the next stage, 3 stages required. Strater is activated and extract darkness for a limited time. Locate gas cans nearby and fill up the extractor to increase extraction time. Stay within the zone to extract the most amount of darkness. You collect 1 darkness per second if you activate the extractor, and 1 darkness per second if you are in the zone. Other survivors who enter the zone will begin collecting 1 darkness per second as well. All that contribute to the global darkness extractor objective as seen in the top of your UI. In the video I will be showing you guys in a quick second, as you will see the extracted zone decrease over time with each gas can pouring into the zone, increasing and make it easier for other survivors to extract. Escape hatches. If the survivors are able to successfully extract the required darkness to power the tower, 2 out of the 3 possible escape hatches will become available for them to open. The escape hatches take time to open, so it's important to carefully approach them if the hunter is nearby. Once open, all you need to do is jump to safety. In the video I'm going to show you, he did speed up the time it takes. It does take longer than that. And also let you guys know, if you want to win as survivors, you got to at least get 2 of your survivors out. If 2 die, the hunter wins. If 2 survive, the survivors win. Hunter gameplay changes, like spawning, scaffolding, doors, dark sight, melee, loadout. So spawning, like in the old games, you randomly would become the hunter, or you would go to the dark site and become the hunter. Well, now you can choose if you want to play hunter all the time or if you want to play survivors all the time, which is awesome. I'm a main hunter player and I always like playing as a hunter, so now I don't have to choose. I can just play what I want. When you're a hunter, you spawn at the darkness site. Each map is different from the last, and that's cool. So, scaffolding and doors. So, survivors can shut doors, go under scaffolding, while hunters can destroy scaffolding and lock doors. They can do it much faster than the survivors can repair them. Only scaffolding. So, doors can't be repaired. So, once the door is broken, it pretty much can't be repaired, which is good. So they still have dark sight in it. It's the main way to find survivors in the world. They'll always show red. More darkness they do have, it will show them brighter. Smaller area. But this time they did slow it down. It's still the fastest way to get around the world. But the longer you're in it, the slower it will make you. So you want to go in and out of it to try to keep it going fast and try to find them. So they did a rework on the melee. It used to be where you could hit them for walls, wiffle attacks, even if the survivor was right in front of you. They fixed all that. If you miss, it's your own fault. Now, they took 2 aspects of the melee, the quick hit and the lunge hit. If you tap the attack swing very quickly and you'll catch the survivor trying to run by you, if you click the hold the attack, you will get a nice smooth lunge towards the survivor, running away, and help you close to the ground to successfully land the attack. Melee does the most damage, so they had to make sure it counts when you're close and you're not whiffling it. Now, this is what they spent the most time on, is loadouts. The most time is spent on designing, creating, and refining their perks and elements. These functions alter their resident hunting gameplay and playstyle. A few examples of these are damage dealing, sonar pain, lightning strikes, holodomes, swirling jet bosses, hideable destroy, and sledgehammer. There's a vast numbers of builds that you can put together and tweak your favorite hunter playstyle in your own perks, elements, and the character loadout are explained in detail and a little further down. Yeah, there's a lot of cool perks. Everyone's going to be able to play hunter, play survivor is very different. Everyone's going to be able to have a different build based on how you play, which is very cool. Now we're going to show you a little bit of gameplay of the hunters and some different clips to hold you off till the trailer drops. And yeah, and right after this gameplay, we'll start talking about character progression.
Okay.
Come on!
The experiment begins.
You cannot even react as a survivor.
Character progression. Perks, ultimates, items, dark path, character loadout, ASM scores, awareness, strength, and mobility. I am going to try to keep this straightforward. I'm going to read most of it, what they have here, just so you guys can understand. I hate doing that, but I want to make sure you guys understand. I'll try to cut it down as much as I can. So pretty much, they have a thing called the dark path, and they have character layout. For you to understand how both of those functions, we need to explain how our gameplay progression has evolved into three categories: perks, automated items. Perks, these have the biggest gameplay alter effects, which may allow for entries into new functions and abilities or need to their resident. They are the largest contributors to your character's ASM. At launch, there will be 9 unique perks per character. Augments, these things are mini perks with small tweaks to specify actions, playstyles, or effects. Not as specific as perks, but just as important to help shape your character to get you ASM bonuses you are after. At launch, there will be 18 unique augments for survivors, 8 unique augments per hunter, and 10 shared augments for hunters. Items. Consumable items to bring into a match. Most items are 1 use per life, but a few more powerful items are 1 use per match, like first aid kits. These can also be found scattered throughout the level while you play, but bring it into the match with your ensures you'll have access to it while you need it. All 3 above are not earned through Dark Path. Certain items can also be attained through the Treasure Card Season Pass, but are primarily found in your Dark Path. Now, this is going to go into great detail. It's the Dark Path. Dark Path is a way you unlock perks, augments, and items. Level up your character in the Hide or Die will each match played. You collect Darkness Points, DP, which can be used to purchase perks, augments, and items in your character-specific Dark Path. Purchasing the required amount shown in the right hand in your Dark Path, and your character will level up. Alright, let's start with generating your Dark Path. When you first unlock your character and it opens Dark Path, or after completing a level, a new Dark Path will be generated. Your first task is to build one of many possible endpoints. This costs DP to do so. You can be done with multiple times. By doing this with revealing the rarity of items at the endpoint in your Dark Path, it is the best to search for the legendary and very rare endpoints before revealing a path pointing to the start of your Dark Path. Perks, legendary and very rare. Augments, very rare. Items, rare and common. We walk you through level 1 Dark Path, explaining in a bit more detail. At the selected endpoint, you can choose from revealing their rarity. A couple of areas can have been revealed the very rare endpoint path and have found a perk called Selfless. I purchased the flashbang item, which also reveals the 2 connection path points. This level only allows 4 purchables, so I worked my way towards the Selfless perk. Next purchase will level up, so I grabbed the Shadow Welder augment while I can. On the right hand side, you will see the current progression towards leveling up your character. After completing the last purchase of the level, you will go through a level up animation, and will be granted with a new Dark Path generated. Start the process over again. As you level up, your Dark Path will require more purchases and become more complicated to navigate. Required purchases to level up range between 4 and 10 path points and increase as you level up. This means you will need to plan ahead so you can get the perks and augments and items you want. As a general rule of thumb, you will find the best perks and augments further away from the center. Character Loadout. Now this is going to be probably the last video I go into super detail because there's a lot going on with it to follow it. So yeah, here we go. Your character loadout is where you will define your character's play base, equip gameplay, alter abilities, and ASM score. You are allowed to equip 2 perks, 2 elements, and 1 item. There's no restrictions other than how many or how few you can equip. What is ASM score? A is awareness, S is strength, and M is mobility. As you equip various perks and elements, your ASM score will change to reflect your character playstyle. You can see this by your radial triangle chart next to your equipped loadout items. If your ability crosses the middle yellow triangle, a score of 5 or more, you will get the yellow bonus ability as seen to your left. Getting all the way to the outer red triangle, and you will get a more powerful ability for that category. Abilities do not stack per attribute, can only have either a yellow or red ability bonus, but not both. Each perk and element affects each attribute differently. Perks with affects an attribute either 1, 2, or 3 points, where elements will affect attributes either 0, 1, or 2. You can see how they will affect your ASM in their respective perks info card, which should be in the character layout or the dark path. Now they have 2 perks I'm showing you is Selfish and Shadow Welder. After you perform 3 rescues, your next coffin will open automatically. That means you gotta be sneaky and get them out of there. That will help you greatly. Shadow Welder increases your rescue invincibility and molecule cloak time by 5 seconds. That's good if you want to sneak around and do different things. That's 2 perks you can throw together, and bam, oh, that's an element. So yeah, they will work great together. One's a perk, one's an element. They work together so good because your increase your rescue invincibility and molecule cloak time, so you'll be able to rescue a lot easier. You should spend time carefully balance your ASM triangle to get the ideal loadout and bonus ability perfectly suited by your playstyle. We put together a clip showing you equip your loadout with change your ASM score and each ability bonus. Your loadout will also embed into your name tag wherever it appears in game. So we're coming down to the wire. The last thing they talked about is Kickstarter backer rewards. If you are a Kickstarter, you probably want to listen to this. Yes, your rewards will still be in it. They still haven't fulfilled some, like Cryptus Hunter, Undertaker Hunter, the residential area where backers' houses were going to be, where they can put pictures and stuff into it. They haven't been put in yet. But good news, every in-game reward has been reworked and polished, including backers' heads. We couldn't have left the old and marked them as delivered, but we are upgrading the game. We thought it would be the right thing to do, to put in the effort to upgrade the backer rewards as well. We will be receiving new redeemable codes when the game launches, and we hope you like them. That is great. That's a smart thing to do. They don't want to piss off anyone. They understand that without the Kickstarter people, there would have been no Hide or Die ever. It wouldn't even got to this point. Now, the residential area was originally had to be integrated to a second Bell County map. Due to the changes of the small map, it's just not possible to put them all in. There's a lot. We're still finishing up the work on creating Backersville, a free roam map that can access from the menu, which will be released in the patch before the end of the Season 1. The Tombstone reward will be also included in this map. This will ensure you're forever in the Hide or Die universe. They also want to announce that Cremus will be available on launch to backers of their tier and above. As Solution Hunter for Season 1 will receive a redemption code to access him. He will be handled the Undertaker Hunter in the same way in Season 2. Backers at the Graffiti and Tombstone rewards will receive a code to redeem them as items integrated with our Graffiti and 3D Obvious Spray. This will allow their backers to place them anywhere, and it will allow them to get the perfect screenshot. And that's it, guys. That was most of the update. I cut out parts here and there. I think they did an amazing job reworking this game. Everything they do is just, they want to show their love and care to this game. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but they already burned through their Kickstarter money, and the money they made when they did launch, like the first time they did rework and stuff, they burned through that money. So it's coming out of their pockets right now. Everything they do is coming out of their pockets. They're not making you buy passes. They're not making you buy this. Really, buy copies for your friends. Support this game. They are dedicated people. They know they messed up in certain ways, and they know that they want to make a great game, making sure you have fun. That's why they're not worried about throwing like cosmetic stuff you buy, battle passes you buy. They want you guys to just have fun, enjoy the game, let your friends play with you. Buy copies for your friends if they can't afford it. Just show support somehow. If you play the game and you do enjoy it, go out and buy a copy for your friend. Give away to people if you can, just to support them somehow, because they're doing right by, unlike every other game is make you buy stuff and there be money grubby and all this, that kind of stuff. Come on, they give you all this stuff you can unlock for free. You just gotta earn it. And they did right with the backer stuff. Like, they could have said, oh yeah, we already delivered them. We don't have to do that. We're just trying to get people to play the game. They don't do that. They're being good people. I've talked to the team, and I've been testing with them, trying to overhaul. I can't go into great detail with it, but what's pretty much what the game is going to be like. And yeah, it's a little like Dead by Daylight, I will say that, but I think this is way more funner, and there's so much more to do in this game than Dead by Daylight. Nothing against people that do like Dead by Daylight. I just don't think there's much to the game. Yeah, they have a lot in the game, but I think this game has way more open ability to be sneaky, so much stuff to actually enjoy the game. It's not going to get dull real fast. Like, there's always going to be challenges. There's always going to be different ways to play the game, and that's what I like about it. And it does, from what I played, it seems real balanced. Yes, there is a little learning curve, but once you learn the game, you will see how much fun this game is on both sides. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking. Are you going to try it out? Are you going to buy a copy if you don't own a copy already? Are you excited about this? What are your thoughts, pretty much? And if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like, because that does let me know that you did enjoy the video, or you leave a comment. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, because I do make all kinds of videos about asymmetrical horror games, and I will definitely be making more for Hide or Die. See you guys in the next video.
You can hide, but you can't run.
Attention viewer, if you enjoyed that video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe.